Alright, hey guys, I'm Han Solo. Today we're going to rescue Princess Leia from Jabba the Hutt. But before we do that, we have to learn about all the hazards that we may come across while we're sailing to go rescue them. They are right there. Okay, so first thing I'm going to have you guys do is copy on this map.
What's this map of, sir?
This is a map of Harbourfront, Toronto Harbour, which is where we're going to be going. But first we have to make a plan, right? Yeah. So first things first, do you guys know any possible hazards, like, just right away, that you just know?
Canoers and
kayakers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. So I'm just going to draw, like, where all the houses will be, and then you guys just got that on that too, that'd be really good, okay? Canoers and kayakers, so do you guys know what you could do when you see canoers or kayakers in the water when you're sailing?
We can try to avoid them.
Trying to avoid them is very good, because it's probably the easiest thing to do. Like kayakers, I know they're pretty maneuverable and stuff, but if you just stay out of their way, then they'll try to stay out of yours. And same with canoes. Canoes aren't as easy to maneuver, so if you're like going at them, they'll have a bit more trouble. But
just try to avoid them.
Yeah, just try to avoid them. Okay, so do you guys know any other things? Any other hazards? Ferries, yeah, ferries and big boats, like those big kind of cruise boats you see. Those are also an issue because they go really fast and they're really, really big. So what would you do if you saw like a ferry?
Stay out of its way.
Yep, that's the other good thing. Stay out of its way. Because they're really big and they're bigger than you, and they takes a really long time for them to turn, so they can't really turn if they see you. So just stay out of their way. Like if you see a ferry coming, like at you. Well, no, if you see a ferry coming and it's like crossing in the way that you're going to be going, just don't try to go and like cut in front of it. Just wait around until it goes by. Just keep going. And same with speedboats. Like those are really fast, and they're not supposed to go very fast in the harbor, but just stay out of their way too. Another thing, which is where Princess Leia is the airport zone. Never ever go in the airport zone because that's where the airplanes come in. And if you're there, the airplane comes in, the airplanes could hit you because you're massively tall, right? So just stay out of their way. Stay out of the airport zone. You'll be good. You can tell it's the airport zone because there's a bunch of white buoys surrounding it. So if you cross those, then you know you're in the airport zone. So just don't cross them. Topic of buoys, there'll be other buoys in the area, like just buoys like, I don't know, here and wherever. They mark the ends of the channel and stuff like that. And sometimes we'll use them for markers. So don't hit them, always just go around them. It's easiest that way. And yeah, you won't cause any damage to your boat while you're too. What else? Oh yeah, the channel. Stay out of this channel, because if you go in the channel there's no wind, and really, really big boats come in here. So I should do X here. Really big boats come in there. It could hit you because when you go in here there's no wind, so you just kind of stop, and then you're floating around, and then we have to come get you. And the last thing you have to avoid is these walls here. Because if you hit the walls, you're going to find that it's very hard to get off the wall. And it's damaging to your boat, and it'll just take a long time when you could be having a good time sailing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so are there any things that you think you could find that aren't hazards that you could come across when you're sailing?
The water.
Yeah, the water. Well, the water can be a hazard if you like fall in, but water's your friend. It's not going to hurt you.
The wind.
Unless you wear a life jacket.
The wind's a nice problem.
Yeah, the wind. Well, we're not going to go out sailing when it's really windy. because it'll be really hard for you guys, and we just don't want to worry about that. We'll go when it's windy, but like not crazy windy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Wind, water. Other sailboats like your size, you don't have to really worry about them because you guys aren't going to be colliding, so no hugging sailors you are. Alright, so now it's my turn to test you guys. We're going to do a little game. I have a bunch of ways to avoid hazards here, and you guys are going to have to match them to these pictures. Now I just put a bunch of tape on the desk, so just get that. Shouldn't be too hard. Alright, I'll let you do that. Yeah, I just put tape there. Alright, so let's just review these. I think you got them all right, which is really good. So with canoes and kayaks, they're really slow and smaller, so you shouldn't come near them. With the walls, they're there for the big boats, and just stay away from them. With airport zone, you shouldn't come in their zone because they need lots of room, stuff like that. With the buoys, please don't hit them, just go around. And with the bigger boats, they're much faster than you, and you shouldn't cross in front of them. Same with ferries. Alright guys, so now that we know how to avoid all these hazards, how can we help?
Okay. So now that you know all about how to avoid all different hazards on the water, from the review that we just did, we just found out that Princess Leia is actually in the airport zone. It's right here. So we're just sending out Luke Skywalker to go save her right now in coach boat. So how do you think Princess Leia could have avoided going into the airport zone?
She could have stayed as far away as possible from the white buoys.
Yeah, that's very good. She would stay far away. And why is it a danger that she's in the airport zone?
Because the planes are coming quickly and close to the water, so they can't really stop.
Yeah, planes close to the water and that could be really dangerous because their masts really tall. So, yeah, I think that covers just about everything. Are we done? Now you know lots of hazards and everything, how to avoid them. I think you're safe to go out standing now, so good job.